Okay, hello everyone, this is Younan from grade 11 class 1. And I guess most of you guys know me because I am the head of study department in the student union, which will give you the wrong impression that I have an excellent academic performance. So let's start my story again, my midterm exams. So honestly and sincerely, I only scored 38 for my statistics test. And thanks to my beloved teacher, the score finally showed a 60 on my final report. So instead of letting this seemingly devastating result to pull me down, because actually it's all within my expectation, I started to think about what really matters to me. The first came up with friends. You know, it's really hard to imagine that the very next day I started to crack jokes and laugh heartily with my friends, just like nothing happened. And I do appreciate my friends. It is your company and this overwhelming laughter that brings me numerous joyful moments at school. I do appreciate all of you guys, thank you. The second comes by leading events and attending activities. It's hard for me to exactly pinpoint what really makes me feel excited to organize a team or communicate with people. But whenever the project was actually presented, there was a sense of fulfillment in my heart. And I guess it's because I do enjoy making connections with people. And if the effort I put in can bring the people around me some happiness or joyful moments, I can't be even honored. And third is my hobbies, namely cooking and baking. And what I want to say is I do really enjoy the peer pressure that cooking and baking brings to me. And nothing delights me more than seeing the smile from the people who taste my delicious food. And more obviously, who doesn't like desserts and delicious dishes, right? So up to now, you might see a rough sketch of me. A girl with some leadership experience who have a long-term love hobbies and love to spend time with people making connections. But these never made me to become a well-defined student because, the teacher at school would say, hey, Younan, age is still far away than being a brilliant student and we think you are overstating your potentials. And my SAT tutor outside school would say, hey, we really believe you can achieve a score of 1550 and finally win a scholarship. And even my parents would say, hey, my dear, your teacher do have a high expectation for you and they really see you as a talented. So, not too surprisingly, I made most of them disappointed. I just spent some time thinking about this question, what really matters to me. And it finally comes down to that, what all I want to be is a real person in this world, instead of an excellent student with excellent scores. I don't want it to be a database built upon structured metrics and accumulated data points for the college applications. And last weekend, I watched a movie called Lucy. There's one line that really stuck with me. It goes like, we created scale so that we can forget this unfathomable scale. Just like in school, we are measured by scores and grades. And in the kitchen, it is the taste of my food that scales my skill, my cooking skill, right? And even the friendship carries its silent metric. The loyalty, presence, the way to remember details. But what if I am a terrible student who got F, but cook with love and show up for friends and never fail? Or a straight A scholar that even burns toast and forgets birthdays? It all comes down to this. We are not a single score on a single paper. We are a living dimension. We are a living colleague of all your dimension. The truest matter of your life isn't having in one single paper or one single rubric. It's in how you choose to see, to embrace the full picture of who you are. And for me, maybe I would choose bakery, connection, and laughter as my dimension. If I could spend a whole day having fun with my friends or successfully holding an event, I would be very satisfied even if I didn't do well on quizzes. But I'm not going to say that scores and grades doesn't matter. And actually, to prepare for my statistic final test, I do spend a lot of time going through the class PowerPoints and practice problems. The hard work is true, but achievement has its own place. Standardized tests can only give us standardized results. What I wanted to say is this. Maybe once in a while, we could look up to look around at something else that really makes the life interesting. The things that quietly and uniquely to make you become you. We created a system of measurement trying to give the life a shape. Perhaps so that we can forget what really makes a life meaningful: connection, warmth, curiosity, and a passion. They are ultimately immeasurable. And to the end, you are not a score on a single score sheet or a task. You are a story. And you choose which dimension to leave, which dimension to believe. I can be the students who fail math quizzes over and over again and struggle to grasp math concepts no matter how many times I review them. I can be the student who organizing the projects, leading the team, a decent cook in the kitchen, or a student have nothing to show in the traditional items, but still stand here speaking openly to all of you guys. And through it all, I started to see more clearly about what really matters. I started to recognize the various dimensions that shape the life I wish to lead. So, in this quiet space, I gently asking all of you guys, what silent measures are shaping your own map of dimensions? So much for my speech. Thank you all for listening.